Austin, Texas. What's up? I'm Dave. You're watching CapZeyeZ, and I'm here with an old friend tonight, Chris Gates. What's up, my friend?
Oh, you know, keeping on.
I was listening to him jam some tunes. I said, dude, give me a minute of your time. I got to talk to you about this crazy stuff. I've been seeing this guy play music in and around Texas and the world, for that matter, for quite some time. Everything from, 99 pounds to Junkyard, the big boys, and now Gatesville.
Yeah, that's sort of it.
Exactly. How
for a while.
This is, I guess, compared to maybe what you've input musically with the rest of the bands, how do you think your role, of course, this is Chris Gates and Gatesville. This is your band now. Is there anything else like that in the past?
No, it's my job in the past has always been to write the song and then hand the words to the singer and then just go back to playing guitar or bass in the case of the big boys. And this is, a series of events happened that allowed me to, where I started liking the way I sounded on the demos. Instead of so, well, hell, I'll just sing it,
And I know we talked some time ago when you were doing your gig with 99 Pounds. That was kind of from the Chris Gates mindset. And what's different in your head then compared to now?
That project came together with a really good friend, Lisa Loomis, who was the vocalist and a really amazing lyricist, at a time when my life was sort of restructuring itself, and I didn't want to play live. And for a long time, music for me had gotten real dull. Like I was desperately looking for something that was new and exciting. And right at that point, we found Massive Attack and Portishead, and that was really interesting. And I couldn't understand how that music was made, so I got involved in trying to figure out how to make that music. And so we did that for several years, basically just in the studio. At South by, we'd put together a band and play, and then put it back in the studio.
It was great, good music, man, that you made, definitely, and that's why I was wondering, it's so different than what you're doing now, and you've kind of gone to the guitar, drums, edgy, just the basics again, and it sounds so welcome is the first word that comes to mind. Comfortable, maybe?
Yeah, it was sort of an accident getting here, where I was doing the Charter Bulldogs, and it was just, a little more Texas version of what Junkyard had done, basically, but hard rock. And, I'm 45 years old, and I only know one way to play rock and roll, and it causes me to have to lay down for a couple of days after I do it. It's like, and it's a much younger man's game, and I don't know a way to do it less intensely. And that band, people started getting busy with their lives, and that band was beginning to fall apart and I began talking to John D. Graham and Ray Wiley Hubbard about stepping up lyric writing. And I've always written stuff I liked, but I wanted to try and get better. And basically, they told me to sit down and write with no guitar. And it had always been music, then words, then finish the song for 20-odd years. And in this case, you put away the guitars and just write words. And then the words the words tell me sort of what the melody is. The melody tells me what the chord change is. And then I had to start, well, is it slow or is it fast? Is it a waltz or is it a rock song or what is it? And the music just sort of came by accident. But it's a happy accident, because this music I can see myself doing indefinitely. I can get older and still do this. And it wasn't like, oh, we'll play roots music now. It's just sort of what happened.
Well, it's got its sounds that you can say, well, it sounds like X, Y, or Z by any means, but the songs you're doing that I've heard of your own, man, and even the takes on the covers, they've got their own little thing going, man, your own deal, so that's you.
Yeah, well, like John D. was saying, it's like, I can only sing one way, so I kind of have to, a lot of songs out there I'm never going to be able to sing because I don't have the range for it, and other songs I have to find things that I like and then do them how I do them, because I can only do things one way, but one is enough.
Absolutely, and it works well. John D's amazing, man, so it's good to have him to bounce ideas off like that to get yourself started. How long have you been playing with Gatesville right now?
I guess we've been at it for about 14 months, 15 months. This lineup the actual solid lineup came together about 8 months ago, I guess.
Had some solid players. Your guitar player spent many evenings on 6th Street hammering down the blues. Tony Redmond Band, if anyone's ever checked that out. How did you meet up with him, Tony?
That was one of those things where I had been just rehearsing with a rhythm section for about a month, trying to figure out how to play and sing at the same time, because I'd never done it. And we were beginning to think about adding a guitar player into the mix. And during the couple of weeks before we even start started looking for someone, 3 different people who knew me and knew Tony told him, you should talk to Chris Gates, you should talk to Chris Gates. And we got in touch with each other. He came in, and by the 3rd song, it was no longer an audition, it was a rehearsal. It was so obviously the right thing for both of us. And I mean, my goal, and I have achieved it nicely, is to be the worst musician in the band. You know, I was like, I'll never have to play another solo. That's awesome.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's laying every lick down. He's amazing with the solos. He's sitting there doing backup vocals all night, too, you know, and you got your drummer laying down back. You gave your drummer a mic. What happened?
Well, he promised not to talk between songs.
Man, that's great. Well, you know, do you have a website? I guess you're on MySpace. I've seen that, but any website?
It's www.bigchrisgates.com.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to this band blowing up in Austin. At least you having a good time. It's great to see you playing, and I'm going to let him do just that, actually. So I thank you for spending time on CapZeyeZ once again, my friend. Thank you.